Look at me, right now. Pause where you are and lift your eyes to my face. I am speaking with purpose, not noise. This is not another passing thought or another video in a long list. This is a moment I arranged, and I am asking you to treat it as sacred. Do not hurry past my voice. I know your mind is busy and your heart is tired. You have been carrying decisions, delays, and doubts like heavy bags. You tell yourself you will come back later, when things calm down, when you feel ready, when you have more time. But later has become a place you hide, and you know it. Listen to me, my child. Some opportunities do not return in the same shape. Some doors open softly, and they close quietly when they are ignored. Not because I stop loving you, but because seasons move, hearts harden, and distractions steal courage. I am calling you to attention because this is a window, and it is open now. If you feel a sudden stillness, that is me. If you feel a gentle warning in your spirit, that is me. I am not here to frighten you, but to wake you. You have prayed for change, for direction, for breakthrough. I am showing you the next step, and I need you to stay present long enough to recognize it. So do not skip. Do not let your eyes wander while your soul is hungry. Give me these minutes the way you would give me a prayer. And if you choose to listen, show it. Like this message as a small yes in your heart. Share it with 3 people who need courage today. Comment what you sense me saying to you. I am drawing a line between comfort and calling. Comfort tells you to wait until you feel fearless. Calling asks you to trust me while you still feel weak. I am not asking you to have every detail. I am asking you to look at me, because when you keep your eyes on me, you will not be led by fear. I am not condemning you for the times you hesitated. I am exposing what had been stealing your momentum. The fear of failing, the fear of being seen, the fear of trusting me and still facing resistance. But I have already gone ahead of you. I will not call you and abandon you. You have felt this before, that inner pull to move, to speak, to forgive, to apply, to start again. And each time, you told yourself there would be another chance. My child, hear me with tenderness. Do not gamble with what I place before you. What I am offering is connected to your future, and it requires response. Take a breath. Let the noise fade. I am right here, closer than you think. Let your heart soften instead of defending itself. Let your faith rise instead of making excuses. Stay with me through this message, because I will guide you step by step. Look at me, my child. Do not let this opportunity pass again. My child, I see you more clearly than you see yourself. I know what you carry into each day and what keeps you awake at night. I know the thoughts you never speak and the questions you are afraid to ask. You have wondered if I notice how hard you are trying, how often you stop and start, how many times you feel torn between hope and hesitation. I want you to know this first. Nothing about you is hidden from me. I see the weight of confusion you have been living under. I see how you stand at the edge of decisions, wanting to move but afraid of choosing wrong. You replay old moments in your mind, thinking about what you should have done differently. You question your timing, your courage, your worth. My child, I have watched every tear you swallowed and every prayer you whispered when words felt too heavy to say aloud. I know you feel behind. You look at others and wonder why their paths seem clearer, their steps more confident. You feel like you missed something important along the way, like you arrived late to your own life. But hear me gently. You are not forgotten, and you are not disqualified. I have not removed my hand from you just because you struggled to trust me before. I see how fear has tried to shape your decisions, Fear of failing again. Fear of being disappointed. Fear of stepping out and being exposed. You tell yourself that caution is wisdom, but deep down you know fear has been the loudest voice. I do not judge you for that. I understand how pain teaches the heart to protect itself. But I want you to know that protection has slowly become a prison. I also see your longing. Even in your doubt, you still desire purpose. You still want to obey me. You still want to become who I created you to be. That longing is not weakness. It is evidence that my spirit has not stopped working in you. The fact that you are listening right now tells me your heart is still open. My child, I have never confused your delay with disinterest. I know the difference between rebellion and fear. I know when silence comes from stubbornness and when it comes from exhaustion. I have been patient with you because I love you, not because I lowered my standards for your life. You are not a burden to me. You are not an afterthought. You are not too complicated for my plans. I chose you knowing every flaw, every hesitation, every moment you would struggle to believe in yourself. And I chose you still, to let your shoulders relax. You do not have to prove anything to me in this moment. You are already seen, already known, already called. Stay with me. I am not finished speaking to your heart. My child, I want you to understand what is happening beneath the surface of this moment. You have asked me for direction, and now you are feeling the weight of an invitation. That is not confusion. That is not pressure from people. That is my spirit making you aware that time and purpose are meeting right now. I am not rushing you. I am revealing truth to you. Not every opportunity is the same, and not every door is meant to stay open forever. I am a God of mercy, but I am also a God of seasons. There are moments I appoint, windows I arrange, and paths I prepare. When I bring an opportunity to you, it is not a random test. It is a step connected to the future I have been shaping in secret. You have believed that you can always return later, that you can delay obedience without cost. But hear me, my child. Delay does not always look dangerous at first. It often looks like waiting for the right time. Yet sometimes what you call wisdom is actually fear wearing a calm voice. And fear will always ask you to wait until you feel completely sure. Here is the truth. Faith is not certainty before you move. Faith is trust while you move.
3 simple fixes that make people listen to you.
You keep thinking confidence must come first, but confidence often follows obedience. When you take the step I ask, clarity begins to rise. When you stay still, your mind tries to solve what can only be understood by walking with me. I want to correct something gently. You assume that if something is for me, it will feel easy. But many of my greatest invitations come with trembling hands and a racing heart. Growth rarely feels comfortable. Calling does not always arrive with perfect conditions. Sometimes it arrives when you feel unprepared, because that is when you learn to lean on me instead of leaning on yourself. My child, I already know your weakness. I already know what you fear. I already know the places you doubt your ability. I am not surprised by your past mistakes or your slow progress. If I am speaking now, it is because I have already made provision for the parts you think you lack. My grace is not waiting for you to become flawless. My grace is present to strengthen you as you obey. Do not misunderstand me. I am not condemning you for yesterday. I am inviting you to live awake today. You are not called to live endlessly analyzing, endlessly preparing, endlessly postponing. I did not create you just to survive. I created you to follow my lead, step by step, even when the path is not fully visible. So let this truth settle in you. Opportunities are often answers to prayers, and answers require response. I am opening something before you, and your yes is the key that turns the lock. Not because I am harsh, but because relationship is real. Love listens, and love responds. Look at me, my child. This moment matters. Do not wait for perfect feelings. Hold my hand, trust my voice, and let your obedience become the beginning of your understanding. My child, listen to me with an open heart, because what I am about to say is not meant to wound you, but to protect you. I speak as a loving father who sees the road ahead, not just the step in front of you. I need to gently correct something before it quietly leads you away from what I have prepared. Be careful not to mistake comfort for confirmation. Comfort will always invite you to stay where you are, even when where you are is slowly shrinking your faith. It will tell you that safety is found in what is familiar, even if familiar is draining your joy. I am warning you because I see how comfort has softened your urgency and dulled your responsiveness. Do not let distractions speak louder than my prompting. You have filled your days with noise, responsibilities, and reasonable excuses. None of them look sinful, but they have become effective at keeping you still. Distraction rarely announces itself as danger. It comes quietly, convincing you that now is not the right time, that tomorrow will be better, that you should wait until you feel stronger. Hear me clearly, my child. Delay can slowly turn into disobedience when you already know what I am asking. I do not say this to shame you. I say it to rescue you. You have felt my nudge before, and you talked yourself out of it. You convinced yourself that waiting was wisdom, when in truth, fear was guiding your pause. I am not asking you to run ahead of me, but I am warning you not to stay behind me. When I move with purpose. When I speak, I expect attention. Ignoring my direction does not make life safer. It only makes it smaller. I do not want you to look back later and realize that hesitation cost you peace, growth, and alignment with me. Be careful not to spiritualize avoidance. Saying you are praying about it while refusing to act on what you already know can harden your heart over time. Prayer is meant to draw you closer to obedience, not replace it. I desire relationship, not delay disguised as devotion. I also want to warn you about fear pretending to be humility. You tell yourself you are not ready, not capable, not qualified. But I did not ask you to rely on your strength. I asked you to trust mine. When you refuse to move because you feel weak, you are forgetting who walks with you. My child, I correct you because I love you. I do not want fear to decide your future. I do not want hesitation to steal moments that were meant to shape you. I am calling you to awareness, to honesty, to courage rooted in trust. So pause and examine your heart with me. Ask yourself what has been holding you back, and do not hide it from me. I already know. Let my warning feel like a hand on your shoulder, gently turning you back toward the path. I am not angry with you. I am guiding you. Stay close, and let my correction lead you forward, not away. My child, come closer and let me speak strength into the places where you feel weak. I know you have been carrying the quiet belief that you are not enough, that you are behind, that you missed your moment and now must live with the consequences. I want you to release that thought right now. It did not come from me. I have never measured your life by speed or perfection. I measure it by trust and willingness. You are stronger than you think, not because of what you can do, but because of who stands with you. I have watched you endure things you never thought you would survive. I have seen you keep going when your heart felt tired and your faith felt thin. Do not dismiss that resilience. I have been forming strength in you through every challenge you faced. I know you sometimes look at your flaws and think they disqualify you. You focus on what you lack instead of what I supply. But my child, I have never required perfection from you. I have always required surrender. I work best with hearts that are honest, not impressive. I move powerfully through those who know they need me. You are not too weak to answer my call. Weakness is not a barrier to me. Pride is. When you admit you cannot do this alone, you make room for my strength to rise within you. I do not ask you to be fearless. I ask you to trust me even while fear whispers. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is choosing obedience despite it. I want you to hear this clearly. I would not place this opportunity before you if I had not already equipped you for it. You may not feel ready, but readiness is not a feeling. It is a decision to rely on me. I am not waiting for you to become someone else. I am calling you as you are. Know and I will grow you as you go. Lift your head, my child. You are not walking alone. I am beside you, steady and faithful. When you stumble, I will hold you. When you doubt, I will remind you. When you grow tired, I will renew you. You do not have to carry the weight of the outcome. That belongs to me.
It's something that we've actually implemented from day one.
Your part is obedience, one step at a time. I see potential in you that you struggle to see in yourself. I see strength forming where you see fragility. I see purpose unfolding where you see uncertainty. Do not underestimate what I can do through a willing heart. Do not limit my work by focusing on your limitations. So breathe deeply and let my words settle into you. You are capable because I am with you. You are steady because I am holding you. You are moving forward because I am leading you. Take courage, my child. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are being strengthened right now, and what lies ahead will reveal just how much I have been preparing you for this moment. My child, I want you to rest in what I am about to say, because these are not empty words. These are promises spoken from my heart to yours. When I invite you forward, I do not send you alone. When I ask you to trust me, I do not leave you unsupported. I am faithful, even when you feel unsure. I promise you this. If you step forward in obedience, I will walk with you. I will not disappear once you say yes. I will not grow silent once you begin. I will guide your steps, even when the path feels unfamiliar. You may not see everything at once, but you will never take a step without my presence beside you. I know you worry about making the wrong choice. You fear that one mistake could ruin everything. But my child, I am greater than your missteps. I am able to redirect, to correct, to restore. I am not fragile. My plans for you are not easily broken. When your heart is turned toward me, I can work even through imperfect obedience. I promise to give you strength when your energy runs low. There will be moments when you feel tired, uncertain, or overwhelmed. In those moments, I will not demand more than you can give. I will renew you. I will remind you why you began. I will lift you when you feel weak. You do not need to store up strength for the future. I provide it daily. I also promise provision. You worry about resources, about timing, about whether you will have what you need. I see those concerns, and I have already gone ahead of you. I am not careless with your life. I know what obedience will require, and I prepare accordingly. Trust me to supply what aligns with my will. Hear this assurance clearly. Obedience never puts you outside my care. Even when the outcome looks different than you imagined, my hand remains steady over you. I do not promise ease, but I do promise purpose. I do not promise absence of struggle, but I do promise meaning and growth through every step. You have waited for certainty before, hoping to feel completely at peace before moving. But peace often comes while walking, not while standing still. As you obey, clarity will grow. As you trust, confidence will rise. As you follow me, fear will lose its grip. This is how faith matures. My child, I keep my word. I have never failed to honor a heart that seeks me sincerely. I am not rushing you, but I am reassuring you. You are safe to trust me. You are secure in my hands. What I am asking of you is not beyond my ability to sustain you. So let my promises quiet your worries. Let my assurance steady your heart. I am with you now, and I will be with you in what comes next. You can move forward without fear, knowing that I go before you. I walk beside you, and I remain faithful to the end. My child, now we arrive at a sacred point. This is the moment where listening turns into choosing. Up to now, you have been receiving, understanding, feeling my presence. But faith is not completed by hearing alone. Faith comes alive when you decide to respond. I am not forcing you. I am inviting you. An invitation always requires an answer. I know part of you is still waiting for one last sign, one last confirmation that removes all doubt. But hear me gently. If I removed every trace of uncertainty, trust would no longer be needed. I am asking you to step forward not because everything is clear, but because you know who is calling you. Relationship is built here, in the choosing. This is where fear will try to speak louder. It will remind you of past failures, of moments you stepped out and felt disappointed. It will tell you that staying still is safer, that waiting protects you from pain. But I want you to see this clearly. Staying still when I am calling you forward is not safety. It is avoidance. And avoidance slowly drains life from your spirit. So I ask you now, my child, to decide in your heart. Will you trust me more than your fear? Will you believe my voice over the noise of doubt? Will you allow faith to move you, even if your hands are shaking? This decision does not need to be loud or dramatic. It needs to be honest. You do not have to figure out the whole path today. You do not need to solve tomorrow or next year. I am not asking for a lifetime commitment in one breath. I am asking for one obedient step. One yes. One moment where you stop negotiating and start trusting.
No.
Pray with me in your heart right now. Tell me where you are afraid. Tell me where you feel unsure. Tell me what you are holding back. I am not offended by your honesty. I welcome it. Surrender does not mean you feel brave. It means you choose me even when you do not. This is an activation moment because something shifts when you decide. Heaven responds to willing hearts. Movement begins when obedience is chosen. The atmosphere around you changes when faith becomes action. You may not feel it immediately, but something is aligning when you say yes to me. Do not wait for another moment like this to come around in the same way. I am speaking now because this decision unlocks what comes next. It is not about perfection. It is about direction. Turn your heart fully toward me and say, I trust you. That simple surrender carries great power. So choose, my child. Choose trust over delay. Choose obedience over comfort. Choose faith over fear. I am right here, watching with love, ready to guide your next step. This is not the end of the message. This is the beginning of movement. Stay with me, and let your decision shape the future I am leading you into. My child, now rest for a moment in my presence. Let everything you have heard settle gently into your heart. You do not need to rush away from this space. You are safe here with me. I want to leave you with peace, not pressure, with assurance, not anxiety. What I have spoken to you was not meant to weigh you down. It was meant to lift you up and align you with truth. Remember what this message has been about. I asked you to look at me, because when your eyes are fixed on me, confusion loses its power. I warned you not to let this opportunity pass again, not because I am impatient, but because I love you too much to let fear quietly steal what was meant to grow you. This was not about condemnation for yesterday. This was about clarity for today. I want you to know that no matter how you feel right now, I am pleased that you stayed. I am pleased that you listened. I am pleased that you allowed your heart to be open. Even that is an act of faith. You are not leaving this moment empty-handed. You are leaving with awareness, with direction, and with my peace resting on you. You may still have questions. You may still feel a little unsure about how everything will unfold. But it is okay. Peace does not mean you have all the answers. Peace means you trust the one who does. I am not asking you to carry the future on your shoulders. I am asking you to walk with me, one step at a time, knowing I will guide you. As you move forward, remember this. You are not late. You are not behind. You are not overlooked. You are right where I can speak to you, shape you, and lead you. Do not replay this message with fear. Carry it with hope. Let it remind you that I am involved, attentive, and faithful. When doubts try to return, come back to this truth. I am with you. When hesitation tries to rise again, remember this moment of clarity. When you feel tempted to delay, remember that obedience brings life, not loss. You are walking into growth, not danger. Before you go, I gently invite you to respond, not out of obligation, but out of agreement. If my words spoke to your heart, like this video is a simple act of faith, share it with 3 people who may be standing at their own crossroads, unsure of what to do next. Comment what I spoke to you today, even if it is brief. Your response matters more than you realize, not just for you, but for others I am reaching through you. Stay connected, my child. Stay attentive. Stay close. I am not finished with you. What lies ahead is shaped by trust, guided by love, and covered by my peace. Lift your heart with confidence as you go. I am walking with you, and I will continue to lead you into what is next.